Recon, 132 fighter. 36.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now gone. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Joe Schobert. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe bring your...
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Hassan Reddick. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
Murray now, flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Check the backer, check the backer.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Throwing on second and long. Goff. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. That's the us. Tell.
On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback when he delivers the ball.
Here's Murray. And able to find Kirk complete. He's at the 30. On third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A 1-yard run on first down, another yard that gets him into the end zone on second down. Maybe not much for the yards per carry average, but hey, 6 points.
Yeah, bottom line is it doesn't matter there. You've got to find a way to wedge it into the end zone. Yards per carry, that's out the window. How do you score? And on the second down, they had something going. They got a yard before. They thought they could do it again, and they got it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
That's going to be a long day. Shit. 80 weapons.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
He's coming. We got double up. He sees.
From the gun, here's Goff. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, here's Murray. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. 11 yards there, 1st down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Now Murray. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards, the final tally.
Watch twins. Watch. Come on.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald. A sensational effort by him, and that is one of the biggest losses you'll ever see on a sack. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Here's Murray. Oh, now Murray has it stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield.
And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Johnson with the INT.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
After the interception, here's Goff. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And now it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Go.
Now it's gone. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Byron Murphy, the first pick of the 2nd round there defensively.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
Tonight, 180.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. From the 35 on 2nd down, Goff.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
Yay, Haywood.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was DJ Swearinger right there on the coverage.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
A 60-yard attempt.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Rolling to his right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now Goff on first down. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Goff now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Goff. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Switch. Switch.
Goff now looks to throw. And he's going to go down again. Joe Schobert picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Goff. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll have a first down past the 40. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kyler Murray, 75 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And it's a fumble. Now After the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Again they run with Gurley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Throwing on 3rd. Goff trying to lay one up deep. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. That goes for a gain of 31. A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Joe Schobert getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. After the sack on 1st down, Goff.
This offensive line.
He's got daylight. The 40, the 30, past the 20. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Hassan Reddick able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Goff. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Now he'll go deep down the middle. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Rush in.
Back to throw. Goff. Flushed out right. Open man, it's Keith Kirkwood. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
It's a party now. Well, 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Check that out. Bravo. Yeah. 51's Mike. Mike 51. It's coming this way. Here we go. Obama.
Just beating the play clock is Goff. This pass complete to Reynolds. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Goff throwing again. Working the middle here, that's complete to Everett, the tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 29-yard line. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. Goff under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Hassan Reddick able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Here we go, fellas.
To throw is gone. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out. Out of a ball game that appears lost.
To Todd Gurley. A gain of 19 yards. First down, Rams.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. His throw caught right around the 6. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
At the 6-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's White. Flush to punter, pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Timmy Jernigan with a sack. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. White. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receiver.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football, not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
And the Cardinals' hands team able to secure the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. To throw is Murray. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. An 18-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to pour it on. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Hey. Under crunch. Go. If you kill it, motion me out. Go, Mike. Hey, Charlie. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. Here we go. BigStriver.
On first and 10, White. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Gurley. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Second and 5 now. White, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass.
Alpha. 58, boys, 58, it's Mike.
Out of the gun, it's White. Throw left side to Reynolds. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's Gurley now, out of the gun. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Here we go, dude. 61. Matchbox lights. Under 10.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, 58 is a Mike. Hey, high 7. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike.
From the 40 now on second down. White looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Reynolds. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Now White. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. The Rams leave the offense on the field. They'll go for 2.
They're running it. Hey, switch gears. Chance. Kill. Check nickel. Shift. Clear. Yo, go. Shoot.
They'll try and run it with Gurley. And he will get in for the 2 points to get this back to a 3-score game. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. He can run for it, and he will. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Jordan Lucas there on the stop. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the fourth, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some...
Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Trying to get it to Woods. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Aqib Talib there to stop him. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch safety green. Watch safety green. Safety go. Check that.
Now this time Murray to throw it. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. To try again after the sack. White. Now White lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Now the Pro Bowl kicker, Aldrick Rosas. Last year, he hit one from 57. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much.